And bada bing bada boom. Welcome everyone to Homebrew Hunts.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Destruction, domination.
Alright. Alright then. Now, let's see then. Cicada?
Uh,
B- last you remember, you were being taken prisoner by a bunch of guards after cracking in the skull of the captain. The man you quite literally killed with a whip.
deserved.
Yes. And the last thing that you remember from it was being placed into a separate like a prisoner wagon. Than the little girl and Maki Maki, although you and the bartender are in the same one. After after many hours and scorching suns, you eventually come on it. You can see you can see just out the bars that you can see the other caravan turning into a different path as you walk. As you get closer to it, eventually the caravan comes to a complete stop. You, you see a when you walk out, you see a man wearing a almost like a ghostly shroud around him. He doesn't really seem there, but at the same time he does. He simply floats there for a second and says, "Follow me." The bartender is looking at you for answers because she has no idea what's going on.
Cicada's just as confused as the bartender.
Bartender, the bartender looks around, looks at you, and says, "We should probably follow him." And
I
begins
would
to
say that.
continue. As so, you follow them.
Yeah.
All right. As you do, you follow the bartender who is following the ghostly person. Once you actually get out, you see very high walls, sand on your feet, and a lot of guards. They they look very big. They have tusks and they have halberds and poleaxes. So, not really people you want to mess with, or monsters, or orcs. The ghostly man floats forward as the guards escort y'all with him. He says in almost inaudible in a very soft voice, "Welcome to Tartarus, the one prison that is never able to escape. Even souls cannot leave until their sentence is filled." Hmm. Usually, usually people coming in would say more, like, "What is this place? Why are we here?" And yada yada. Do y'all have nothing to say? The bartender doesn't really look like she wants to talk right now. But what about you,
Nor
Cicada?
does Cicada does not want to talk. He's keeping his mouth shut.
As you As you go through the area, you eventually come across a row of cells, and each one is opening as more people begin following the ghostly shrouded person. And after about an hour of walking, you eventually get to a fairly good looking room. You see a man standing high with a large odachi beside him. He he turns around, hiding away a wicked smile as he says, "Hello, everyone. It is so nice to meet the new members of this prison. You can now see that he is an Oni. Are there any questions?" A couple people ask some questions. There's an elf that says there's an elf that arrogantly says, "You think this can hold me?" His reaction is a simple snicker. Many other asks what's going to happen to us, and this and that. The bartender is still remaining quiet. What about you, Cicada?
He is also remaining quiet.
He as he's scanning you all over, he looks at you, Cicada, and you can see that he's getting a form of smile. He points at you and says, "You there, come over here for a second."
Which he does.
He takes you to a corner of the room to where if you'll speak quietly, they could not hear you. As he says, "You were brought in with that cobalt, right?"
He nods.
Well, he made of a sort of deal with me. You can talk to him about the rest, but I will at least say this. Just as a token of just as a little token of friendship, you, I would say, you can speak with that kobold about it. He grabs you by the shoulder and says, "And you better hold up until next week. That's when the real hard stuff is gonna happen." He pushes you back over with the other people and and talks friendly to each of them before eventually sending y'all to a empty room. In there is a simple pile of clothes. One of the guards says, "All right, all right. Most of y'all know the drill. For the ones that don't, go into one of the changing rooms, strip down, and put on your prison uniforms." The bartender is the bartender is actually walked in one with some clothes, and so did the others. While a couple others are refusing to do it. More more notably, an elf who's trying to pick the lock. Before he does,
Which is Cicada. I will say, as Cicada's going to one of the rooms, he's gonna smack that elf across the head with his tail.
all right. Oh, Bali, can you please make me a perception check, Cicada?
18.
You actually see you actually see from one of the guards a bit of magic surging, beginning to die down a bit more, like he was charging something. The elf the elf looks around and eventually resigns himself. and with an obvious disliking of the entire situation, grumpily grabs the clothes and walks into the changing rooms.
The only thing Cicada doesn't remove is the amulet he has.
Alright. When you step out, one of the guards says, "Hey, all items must be off of the person." That includes that little gem you have there.
You would have me remove a religious item.
The One of the orcs turns and leaves for a second, only for it to come back another second with some prayer beads in his hands. These can give you magical powers, can imbue you with powers. So, yes, if it causes you to gain strength, then take it off. Cicada,
If I do so. If I do so, you must make sure that it is in peak condition by the time I am released.
alright. We'll make sure to take care of it, Miss Princess. Now hand it over.
You're lucky you're guards, otherwise I would have corrected you on that. And he did remove the amulet.
You see the amulet being taken away to a nearby storage facility. He opens the door, and you actually see something you recognize. Two items sitting in a basket, a couple of spears, and a doll. The same doll that the little girl had, and the same spears that Maki Maki had. He puts the amulet in the same basket, and puts the basket up in a locked safe. After a moment, the last person comes out, wearing the clothes, and y'all are escorted to the main facility. Y'all are put into about a 20 feet by 20 feet room with the bars much closer together than most of the other cells around you. As you're let in, the guard says, "Now to be careful of the guy in here." Well, both of them. They're, well, you'll see. As he closes the door, you see one man simply sitting there before revealing a shank and beginning to sharpen it. The other, Belrask,
The other one is a small tabaxi child wearing, well, the basic prison outfit. He's just sitting there staring out the barred window, both mad and sad at the same time.
the,
And then
bart-
quiet.
the bartender
Yeah.
goes over to one of the beds and simply sits down. It's clear she's trying to think. Cicada, is there anything you would like to do?
He's gonna go over to the child and check that they're alright. He don't give a shit about the man with the shank. He doesn't care.
Well, as you get closer to my character, you will notice scarring on their right foot, I believe it is. Well, above their like right foot.
And I'm guessing these cells are like made out of concrete.
Very thick stone. Although,
Regardless, his nails are gonna. Regardless, his clawed, like dragony talon feet are gonna make noise as he goes over to the kid. Not like he'd want to be stealthy, but he would much prefer not getting the click click sound as he fucking steps.
Well, you get the click click sounds. Sure.
Yes, Jean. Which the baby want?
Yeah, he's too busy just staring out the window to even acknowledge, well, to even pay attention to you.
I will say once he's close enough, he kind of like kneels down to the child's level and gently places a hand on their shoulder.
Are you sure you want to do that, Michelle?
He trusts children.
Well,
He's soft
I, I,
spotted children.
I
He's
will say
owned
this.
his
He's only
children.
doing this because he's in jail. He's only doing this because he's in jail. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
You're going to take 4 points of damage as he, like, he's a, he's like swinging at you with his claws.
First, I will say, quite good reflexes.
Mm,
Are you
don't
alright?
touch me.
I understand. I will not do that again. But are you alright?
I'm fine.
Your scars say otherwise.
They're old.
This child has a very deep voice.
I can't do a good child. Okay, I will say that.
Just raise your voice to a higher pitch.
Maybe
Fine, fine.
like this.
Think of
I
it like
can't help it because my natural voice is so deep. Okay.
just try.
They're
Try
old.
it, mister.
They're old. Better. Better.
There we go.
Is this fucking better?
Oh god, the child knows how to
yes, you sounded like almost every single elderly woman on this planet.
That's the best you're gonna get out of me. So you gonna have to deal with that.
Okay,
An
Well,
elderly
let me
child
get
voice.
this little boy. Oh, it's really good.
okay. Please,
Those
please don't.
Actually,
gays, they don't know the difference between crack cocaine and
Okay,
mm,
okay, okay, okay,
back
okay,
in my
okay.
day,
Let's.
Coke was up. Back in my day, Coke was only $30.
back in my day, we were able to buy a house with 5 grapes.
Okay. Just so the fact that we can actually continue this session and not be stuck here for eternity, Belrask, please continue with your
Yep.
original voice so that we don't end up dying of laughter.
Nah, it's too late now, man.
Came in two colors.
Adele did this. Adel's the one who did this, not me.
Remember when the government gave you a boat to give you over to a different place so you could settle down for them? Good days.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, so,
okay. Back to
okay,
the game.
okay.
Back to the game.
I'm fine. Don't touch me though.
I will not touch you, child.
Mm.
As
Then he
as
goes back to staring outside the window.
as
Which
y'all are getting
cicada did stand.
as y'all are beginning to settle down, you hear a knock at the door or cell. Here's your papers. Make sure to hold on to them. As two as two papers slide into the cell.
My character's gonna try to yell out to the guards, saying, "It was self-defense. Let me out!"
You shanked somebody in the knees.
They tried to kick me.
I will tell you, when the child looks at all ever to Cicada, he just has a proud look on his face. He's like, yes, children should have shanks.
I was defending myself, and it wasn't a shank, it was a dagger. There's a difference.
No difference to me. You too. He refers to both you, Cicada, and the bartender. Your name and what you've done are on this thing. If anybody asks for them, just show them. Trust me, you do not want what's gonna happen after that if you refuse.
Wait a minute. That was supposed to be a dagger? I thought it was a toothpick. Just one of the dogs.
This is no digging in my pecker.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Okay. The bartender goes and grabs a piece of paper. Cicada, do you?
Yes, he does.
The paper displays your name, age, race, and, more prominently, your crime.
Murder.
Oh. You're there murdering someone?
Murder and harboring a suspect. And
Oh my god.
and
Why am I not
and
surprised when it's you?
and and refusal of getting arrested.
Resistance
So resisting arrest.
of a
Resisting arrest, disorderly conduct.
Oh my god. To be fair, this is a jail we're talking about. This isn't the first time in a campaign he's done this.
To be fair.
I'm a
To be
little
fair, that was a
psychopath.
kind of nice size.
And more that he bludgeoned her paw in his bed. That could have been anyone wearing
We don't
his
talk about the Egypt massacre.
Alright, actually, once y'all actually get done with that, you see the man with the shank get up and actually walk toward y'all. Mars, since I'm here. So,
My character's gonna go. My character's gonna go. Can I see that real quick?
Which Cicada did very quickly hand his thing over to the child.
No, I was talking. I wasn't talking. I was talking to the dude with the shank.
Oh, well then never fucking mind.
Huh? What?
No,
Can
you
I see
cannot.
that thing real quick?
No,
Why
I'm not
not?
allowed contraband to whatever the fuck you
Why
are.
can't I? Why not?
Because you're a child and this is a weapon. The very
I
small,
mean,
flimsy weapon.
to be honest, it's not the first time I've held a weapon, so hand it over.
He does. He hands
That would
over. He hands
be
over
man.
one of the shanks. As he hands over one of the shanks,
You just hot.
he pulls out another one as he continues walking over to the bartender and a shell. Papers.
He's watching this man very closely.
Proceeds to just kind of walk away with the shank.
Oh, my leg.
So, do y'all hand it
He's
over?
watching the dude. Well, the dude handed me the shank, so well, I'm watching this just in case something happens, because I'm gonna show them while I'm in here.
Basically, the kind of things that I with the kind of murder stuff, Takeda would have been charged with murder of an officer.
Oh, oh
Actually, it does.
God.
Actually, it does not say the murder of an officer on it.
Um,
In fact,
Murder of a
it
peace
does.
officer to be exact,
Attempted murder of an officer?
or is it assault on a peace officer?
Nope. All
Is there
actually, hold on.
nothing on there
Yes,
about an
actually,
officer?
yes. There is assault on a police officer.
It's also what?
Hmm. Oh, let me just update my name real quick on here so people will know who the character's name is. Well, there we go.
I'm a pretty darling.
Question, Gargax. Does
Yes.
that man do any sort of harm to those two?
Not at first. He question. Do y'all actually give him the papers that y'all received?
Takeda did do it hesitantly.
And the same does the bartender. As he looks at them,
Tail
he,
is playing a lot like a cat's tail does. So he's not exactly happy talking to an adult, despite being an adult.
he actually when you he simply looks at it for a second and then hands it back. All right then. The cell door will open in a couple hours, and you can go out and do whatever you want until the bell rings. At that point, you get back in your cell. All right. Do you got it,
Mm.
or are you deaf?
We have it.
All right.
my character just said, my character just says, "Big man Willie, just be nicer to the new bloods, at least."
They have their papers, so they don't. So they have nothing to fear from me for right now.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say.
As
Then
And my character just pulls out his and puts it down right beside him so y'all can read it.
Which Cicada was curious, so he did read it.
It it just says his first name and the list of crime. Gargax, what are the list of crimes on there?
the it depends. Are you referring to the ones you got caught on, or the ones that you committed?
Both.
Caught on was aggravated
Oh
assault,
my god.
multiple assault charges, and that's it. The crimes that
I'm
you've been
surprised.
pinned, however, are multiple murders, thefts, a couple arsons, and well, just
Oh my
about
god.
A. Arson. B. Barson. C.
My,
Committing arson. D.
my
That's
character's gonna
not
say.
me. I'm committing arson.
My character's gonna say. I think they went. I think they went overboard because I did not commit arson. I mean,
I
yeah, I did the other stuff, but definitely not arson.
it's more it's more of a suspect. It's more of a suspect, as in you may have done it since there's no 100% proof evidence, but there is a good chance that you had committed those crimes since you have been seen at the
I don't even
scenes.
have a light. I didn't even have a lighter.
You can commit arson without a lighter.
I don't have flint.
You can commit arson without flint.
I'm a child who doesn't understand how to make a fire.
Ovens, fireplaces,
My character has never
bushfires,
committed arson in his entire life, even though he's like,
strike,
how old is my
glass.
character again? Hold on, give me a sec. How old is my character?
How old is your character?
Give me a sec. I'm about to look.
I swear, if
He,
they're like toddler age, there's gonna be no way that Cicada is gonna let you stay here.
they're 12.
Oh, that's actually the exact same age that
I'm
that
playing
my
as a
character's
12-year-old
child
boy.
died. Okay, you are the same age as him. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a 12-year-old tabaxi male who
All
has
things similar.
charges on assault and murder.
Which Cicada just looks proud while he's reading it.
And I believe multiple of those counts were just me stabbing someone in the leg in self-defense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, by the end of reading it, he goes to pet your head, but then remembers you know like he touchy, so he just air pat.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are you? Because now he has an actual shank on him. He ain't afraid to use it.
Yeah,
After
Cicada just does air pat. It's enough for the air to kind of go on to the child's head, but not his hand.
after okay, within the next 2 hours, is there anything specific y'all would have done?
Cicada's staying away from the man with the shank.
Um, you're standing beside one.
Okay, and he doesn't consider the child a man. Okay?
He's the one who gave me the shank.
And he's staying away from the man that gave you the shank. He trusts a child, but not a man.
You trust a child who has multiple counts of assault with
He's
a deadly
trusted worse.
weapon.
He's trusted so much worse.
I'm worried about your character.
After after 2 hours of y'all being in the cell doing this and that, the cell doors begin to open
My character is going to hide the shank in his clothes.
as it begins to open as y'all then begin to exit. The large man gets up and begins to step out and says, "Oh, that's right. I never introduced myself. You can call me Skullcracker."
Oh, what I call him, Big Man Willie.
Yes, but he calls me Big Man Willie.
Ah, a kid can get away with anything except for assault.
Of course, children get away with anything. Children in prison, I'm not joking, get away with so much worse. There was a child in prison that
I
got in prison
probably have a nick. I
murder.
probably have a nickname for almost every prisoner here,
There was a
and they
kid that
won't
got
do
in
anything
prison
about
for
it.
murder. And guess what happened with all the prisoners when they found out?
What?
They treated the child like they were a mob boss.
I feel like that's what's going on with me because he's finally calling him Big Man Willie.
The kid got whatever he wanted. He got TV time. He got food.
But I didn't get that.
Priority.
But I'm
People
definitely
beat
most
up
likely the
people
one who
for
controls
food.
it. I'm most likely the top prisoner here to the actual criminals because I'm a child.
Children.
Wait, how long have I been here?
About 2 months.
Yeah, I'm definitely top boss in this place.
Unless a younger child pops in, but even then, younger children are usually the highest up for some reason in prisons. Like
Not
when
when,
they go to
not when there's
actual
a kid
federal
who knows how to
prison,
fucking
they are
use a
like,
shank.
I'm not joking. When they like when I remember an article where an
Let's
actual
just get back to the
child
game,
went to an
Agel.
actual
Let's just
federal prison.
Agel. Let's go. Just go back to the game. Stop
Right,
Sorry,
talking
yes.
about mob boss.
Right, yes.
sorry.
The right Skull Cruncher leaves and proceeds to go to a much different part of the prison, almost the other side of the entire cell block, and it's just one big cell
Hmm.
block. You can see
My character is going. Uh, continue.
there's a small library, arts and crafts area, and a courtyard for sports and workout material. Is where we all be going.
My character is going to go look for a prisoner he likes to call Johnny.
Johnny? Oh yeah, I believe that would be
Yep.
I believe that would be the human, and he would be in the arts and crafts area.
Yep. He's
Basically,
got
wherever
some
that
personal
child
business
goes,
to deal with him.
wherever the child goes, the Kata goes.
The bartender
Okay.
the bartender actually hears arts and crafts and actually goes with y'all as well.
Oh my god. So, okay, the moment we walk in, I'm going to immediately yell, Johnny, where are you?
Jesus Christ.
You see one guy who is actually crocheting immediately hear that, and he's actually sort of panicking a little bit. He's going left, right, and actually ends up trying to hide in a like a big thing of yarn. It's like a solid five. I'm not even joking when I'm saying it's like 5 feet deep and filled with nothing but yarn.
Sweet. Don't make this as hard as it has to be, Johnny. I just want to talk.
Nope, 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 nope.
Trust me, if you don't come out now and I find you, it's gonna be a whole lot worse to your kneecaps.
Fine, 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 fine. As he slowly comes out.
Now, why did one of your boys attack one of my friends?
I he did that on his own. That had nothing to do with me. You know me. I like arts and crafts. The only reason I even started the game was to make sure I had protection. Look. What they do is their business. I had nothing to do with it. I promise.
Does he look like he is sweating like crazy right now?
Yes.
Oh my god. How does Cicada react to this?
He's fine. He's chill. He's just standing behind the kid.
He's gonna
Honestly,
say
I
this
don't think that the
next.
idea of a tabaxi being followed around by a bronze dragonborn is a really
Oh yeah.
calm
How
move.
does he feel about that?
How does he feel about a dragonborn following around a tabaxi? You know, the kind of dragonborn that can go.
Uh, he's he's more. Yeah, hasn't even looked in your direction at this point. He still hasn't even taken his eyes off of the tabaxi.
Oh yeah, you
He's
don't
just
know
gonna
this
say
is a
this
very
next
tall
time.
dragonborn.
Oh, next time this happens, it won't be just your kneecap. It will be whatever this thing can do, as he just points to Cicada. Because he doesn't know what a Dragonborn can do.
He just does a little warning spark in his mouth, with his mouth just slightly agape, letting some of the lightning spew out around his maw.
Oh, you're using the lightning breath.
Yeah,
Oh God!
Yeah,
love
this is
Dragonborn.
horrifying.
Yeah, he can be terrifying. That's why I chose him. He's not like Acid where he has to roll a d4. No.
Well, that was because of thanks to someone here. So shit.
Bro, no,
Hey,
it's
I was
just
just throwing
for
inside.
you.
And because of that, I have to roll a d4 every time I use dragon my breath weapon now. Every time I use the acid one to see what type of fucking acid gets shot out.
At least
Well,
with
all
Most of
I'm
the time, explosive.
saying is it's
at least with
godly, so
lightning
it's time to
dragonborn.
consume.
The fun thing with the only lightning dragonborns, they either send out lightning or just plasma. They're the same thing.
Lightning and
Anyway,
plasma. Yeah, lightning is just really fast plasma.
That's all
how
it is
does he
really is.
react? How does he react now that he notices the Dragonborn?
He just looks at you, slowly waves his hand, and then proceeds to simply, "I'll okie dokie. I promise I'll keep my crew in check next time. I promise. I promise, sir. I promise that nothing will happen next time. I promise. I'm,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna kill
God,
him."
this is funny. Gonna kill him.
Does my character see you guys?
He probably hears us.
Oh
Lightning has a very audible noise that it can do, which is very much just a
yeah.
Well,
thunder sound.
actually no, because you are still wandering around. You haven't even met Gravel yet.
Oh right, it's still the first day.
Yes.
I'll be quiet.
Hmm. You know this is gonna be a good campaign when there is a fucking kid who's the mob boss here.
You know it's going to be a good campaign when I already have a plan that's already starting to be set in motion.
The best part is Cicada basically adopted an adult kobold because he thought it was a child.
And now you have a
And
child who's acting like the boss of an entire place.
now he adopted another tabaxi.
Then
He's like
my character
tabaxi
just
that he's adopted.
and then he looks at Cicada and says, "Why was he scared of you?"
Let's just say I'm an intimidating feature.
I'm questioning how many prisoners just noticed me talking so calmly to a bronze dragon.
Actually, quite a few. Quite a few of them look in your direction with a mixture of sort of fear and curiosity.
How the fuck? How in the world does this kid keep doing this?
It's a mixture of fear and what the fuck.
He's only been here for 2 months and he already has most of the entire
Because
prison under wrapped around his fingers.
He's he's getting looked at with a mixture of what the fuck and what the fuck.
Right. Now let's see
Anyway,
then. After,
anyways, are are you look? Do you need to look for someone or?
I'll be fine for right now. Just wandering.
Okay then. Just know if you need to find someone, just come to me. I have contacts.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he did cut when he said that, kind of like in a menacing way as he says contacts.
Cicada isn't phased. He's chill. He's fucking chill.
You would be the first person I believe that's not scared of a child.
His oath is to children. You think he's gonna be scared of what
I
he's
know,
supposed to do?
I know. I'm just saying. I believe like everyone is scared that I'm going to stab them in the kneecaps and that we have you.
Just like this is my child now.
Just like, yeah, this is fine. Nothing new here.
This is normal. I was like this when I was child. This is fine.
Actually, how do are the prisoners just like confused of how this one person is not scared of the child? Mr. DM.
say what? Sorry, cut out for a second. Can I please repeat that?
Are people just staring at this random dragonborn, questioning how they're not scared of this child?
Yes.
Oh my god. I like have the biggest group of people who are like the most dangerous of all. And just this person is just here, just like, yep, this is normal.
After After a couple seconds, he eventually says, "And are we finished here? Because I would really like to get back to my crocheting, if that's all right. If it's not,
I
just
thought you already left.
oh, that's right.
I thought you already left.
No. He's still in the thing.
Oh, he's going to turn back and say, oh, sorry, I thought you already walked away.
Understandable. And in the meantime, um, anyways, I goodbye. As
Bye.
you actually
Remember my warning.
yes, of course. And after a couple minutes, you actually hear a sort of a problem currently being had, as well as you hear yelling, insults, and a couple of racial and a couple of racial stuff like go back to the trees. How about how about you go back to those dirty mines, you unwashed dwarf, and stuff like that.
Oh, it's an elf and a dwarf having a fight.
Yes.
I don't think
My
anyone would
character's
want to
going to
do
go.
either of those.
He's going to go check who it is. Which two people is doing it?
And Cicada's following.
And so is the bartender just. And actually, you see the bartender snatch something just before y'all leave. As y'all.
I will tell you, as they're walking, Cicada's kind of sharpening his claws on his scale. Because that's how his scales are for some reason. I roll. He can use his own scales as a sharpener for his claws.
Right, you actually. Right, when you actually get there, you see. You see. Well, you'll see two faces that y'all have never seen before. Well, except for Cicada and the bartender. This was the elf that was trying to pick the lock when they first got here. Who weirdly enough, as you've just now noticed, has a collar around his neck, and it looks like he's currently hashing it out with a dwarf.
My character's going to walk and say, "What's the problem?"
The elf says, "This uncultured swine has just insulted me in the worst way possible.
How?
He insisted that I was an autumn elf. Can you believe it? Do you look at this? Look at me and tell me that I am an autumn elf." And as the dwarven
He's
says,
gonna
"All elves look the bloody same, all with the pointy ears and everything else. Seriously, y'all look like
What co-
identical twins. Every single one of y'all."
what
As,
color is his hair? Question: what color is his hair?
uh, it's a darkish color, sort of like a combination of a black and very, very, very dark gray.
but there's a winter
Okay, so
elf.
he's most likely he's either a winter or an autumn. My character's going to say, "Let me guess, you're a winter elf."
Yes. See? As he turns to them and see, as you can clearly tell, elves apart, unlike you.
Well,
Seriously,
I wouldn't
every
say that. I wouldn't say that. My character is just I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying if you're not an autumn elf with the hair, you're most likely a winter elf. Those two are actually very similar with their hair color. As he just calls out to the side, "Jeffrey, get down here!"
as you hear. A quick question. Can you please repeat it? It was really difficult to hear you.
He just calls out a random name that he knows named Jeffrey. That's what she calls, which he knows for sure is an autumn elf.
Ah, yes. You hear? You you see another elf poke their head out of the corner, and you say, "Yes, sir. What's up?"
Just come over here real quick.
Yes, sir. As and she does.
Could you stand behind this gentleman here as he gestures to the elf?
Sure. Not sure. Not sure what you would need me to stand by a winter elf for.
Now tell me. Look at both of your hairs. Don't they look similar?
They both look at each other and say, "I have zero clue on what you're talking about," and so does the other elf. "Yeah, we look completely different. It's like black. It's like day and night."
They say question mark. Did he cut out?
Hello.
Did I cut out?
Yeah.
Michelle, you there?
Ah,
Yes.
They they essentially say how they look nothing alike, and how you can clearly tell which one is which.
Cicada just sighs and starts going over to the two elves.
And once you get over there, what do you do?
Hold up. I didn't even hear what you said. You said they look at each other and then it cuts out for me.
Oh, well. They said that they look exact. Well, no, no, crap. They look nothing alike. How you can clearly tell that they are two different species of elves.
But
And
you gotta
Cicada
look
decides
look at it from our point of view.
Cicada just, as a response to this, goes over to them, grabs locks of hair that they're clearly not looking at, cuts them, and holds them up.
Which is
They
which?
Which is
they
which?
they accurately depict which is which.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Puts them behind his back,
You know what?
shuffles them around
You
for a
know,
second, then holds them up again. Now choose. Which
And
one's all the
they accurately pick again.
Okay, what the fuck?
okay, yours. My character's gonna say, y'all can see colors better than everyone else.
And although they say, yes, we can clearly see that we are much different colors. It's quite literally day and night. As New Elf says,
To us, the
exactly.
colors look the same. Your hair colors look the same to us.
Just one old guy in the distance, just like, one's shade 57, the other shade 68.
You
Wait, are you playing an elf too?
No.
Just an old human that knows
Wait, are you
magic.
even here? Wait,
Just
are
an
you
old.
actually here?
Oh yeah, I am in the prison.
Okay,
And
so
Cicada
we
just
don't know.
gives up and Cicada just gives up, throws the locks of hairs into his faces, and walks off.
the
My
the other
character's just going to
elves,
say,
the
well,
the dwarf
to us, your hair colors look the exact same.
the dwarf has already walked off as and it looks like the two elves are actually getting
Oh my
together
god.
pretty well at this point, and it seemed like they have forgotten all about the fight.
Like usual.
Elves.
Jeez.
Oh.
My character's going, jeez, this is annoying. And he just walks off as well.
Okay. Okay, what's the next thing you would like to do?
I'm going to. My character's going to walk around the prison to see if there's anyone else that's new here that he doesn't recognize.
Okay, Cicada, do you follow?
Yeah, he's mainly trying to keep an eye out for his partner in crime of lizardiness.
You do actually see a couple new faces. You see a couple halflings, a couple humans, some more dwarves, uh,
Okay. My character's
and
going to
one
introduce
kobold.
himself. The, there's a kobold.
It is not Maki Maki.
My character's going to introduce himself. Oh, I'm not going to. I wasn't going to say that. My character's going to introduce himself to everyone but the kobold.
Because the cobalt
Reason
probably.
being, he's not racist. He's not racist. But the reason being, he thinks they're a little weird.
That's racism.
Shut up. Like he don't talk to them. He doesn't hate them. He just thinks they're a little weird to talk to when they first get to a location.
It's basically give them a few days to get used to it, then he'll talk to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Think of it like
Um,
putting a new snake into a new enclosure. You gotta let them get acclimated before even picking them up or feeding them.
so what you're saying is this guy's a snake.
He's a common reptile. Any reptile needs a few minutes, like a few days, to get used to the environment. Unless they're bearded dragons, then usually they're chilling regardless.
That's how he sees Cobalt. So he gives Cobalt a few extra days to get used to the area, and then he'll actually introduce himself to them.
All right then. All right then. As all right, you they introduce you, and most people look at like, oh, I didn't know. And most of them look at you at surprise, since they didn't really expect to see a kid here. But plenty of them do actually. They don't treat you any differently. They just think you're cute.
That's their
God
biggest
dang it!
reason.
They
I don't
knew
want
if
to
they
see
knew what I
it.
was
I
charged
want to see
for.
biscuits.
They, no, if they knew what I was charged for, they wouldn't think I'm cute then.
I am the dog's
Uh,
name. Oh, you want cuddles? Okay, I give
And he
cuddles.
does
I
introduce
am
himself as he does the way he does introduce himself is that he says he's a mob boss of this place.
Oh, in that case, each of them says, "Oh, sure you are," or some altercation is that, like, "Aren't you adorable? That's so sweet," and everything that essentially says that's
Um,
cute.
does any of the people who actually know me speak up at this?
One of them tries to, but one of them tries to, although it doesn't look like the other. It doesn't look like he's paying much attention. He's mostly oogling over you, seeing how cute you are. Sort of like, oh, would you, and stuff like that.
like your baby.
I'm talking about one of the I'm talking about one of the regular people that are actually part of my little system
Oh, and well,
that
yes,
know
one
I'm
of
in
them.
control of the place.
Yes, well, one of them. The rest don't really rec. The rest are so used to this happening that they mostly tuned it out.
Okay, I like how it's just a normal thing here.
Yes.
I
Just
am
this
the dog's
great
name.
disrespect. Just this great disrespect. Just like, well, boss is most likely gonna shank him in the middle of the night in the kneecaps.
Anyway,
Oh my god. So, did Agel recognize any of the people?
no,
He's
they did
trying to
not.
recognize some of the kobolds, but seeing that he can't, he's kind of mainly sticking near you.
There's there's two upsides to this. One, you get to be near a child. Two,
Again.
you get extra protection.
It's more like my dude's giving you protection. His presence alone would scare anyone.
Yeah, but my character has a great amount of fear and respect in this place as well.
And so
I
would a
have
lightning
Just for only,
dragonborn.
I've only been here for like 2 months though.
And the fact that the lightning dragonborn scared someone already on his first day.
Well, he's he was scared of you because of my threat.
True. If you don't do anything, this guy right here is gonna do something to you.
Because my character is he's just like I don't like get my hands dirty if I don't have to. Oh, this is I know a fair bit about Dragonborn, but I don't know what they can do. I'm just gonna threaten him whatever he can do.
Cue the sounds of lightning creases.
Anyway, my character then heads out to the yard.
In the yard, you see a game being
Haha.
played, a basketball, and overall things seem pretty good and chill. A couple weightlifters, mostly a
I'm
bunch.
going to go meet up with a few. I'm gonna meet up with a few of the sub gangs in my main gang.
Well,
See how they're doing and all that.
oh, they're good.
No,
Not
Kata's just keeping a good few paces away now.
the main ones, including not limited to nachos, milkshake, and nachos, milkshake, hot dogs, are all doing pretty good.
Are those what I call them or everyone?
Everyone. That
Okay, those would be the only three I actually call them by their stupid nickname.
I wonder why nachos, milkshake, and hot dog have their nicknames. I can imagine why hot dog
I
has a
couldn't do
different
it.
name, but milkshake and nachos.
That is a good question. Why do they have those nicknames?
I don't think
they're
we want to know.
Damn it.
you see their original leaders just really like nachos, hot dogs, and milkshakes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did most likely just combine all the gangs into one. My character's gonna say, "Well, hot dogs, how are you today?"
The hot dogs greet you with great respect. Sir, it's so nice to see you. And many of them say, it's great, feels good, and this and that.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me where the planner is? That's the nickname I only call them. This dude.
And do you say planner or planter?
Planner.
Ah, yes. Most of the planners are just over there at the deadlifting centers.
Good. My character walks over there.
The deadlift centers is where they are.
Yeah, my character is walking over there.
Right, yes. The leader of the gang gets up and meets you. Sir, it is so great. It's so nice to meet you. How is, how has, how has everything
I need
been?
to talk with you, guy. It's been well, but I need to talk to you guys in private.
Oh, um, sure. Has we done anything, sir?
No, I need to make some changes to our plans.
Oh, yes, sir. Are you thinking about anything specific, or
Oh,
just,
like,
um,
well, I need to make it to where we can take a little bit more people with us.
oh, um, yes, sir. How would you like to
Uh,
do that?
well, is there a way to increase the time we have to get everyone out?
Um, there is one way, but like outside of the prison, specifically outside of the cells, because the method I'm thinking of may be a bit explosive.
So,
Oh, well
so,
then. Oh,
let's,
I see. Let's see then. Oh, yes, we do have one. That would be Boom Boom Mikey.
oh, I forgot about Boom Boom Mikey. Is he calling it the way I call him, or is that just what he calls them?
And that's his legitimate name there. Boom Boom Mikey.
Oh, oh,
He's
he was born with the name.
oh
Quite
oh
sad.
his real name is just Mikey, but the reason why everyone calls him Boom Boom Mikey is around the third day there he blew up half the jail with a makeshift bomb. They somehow did not find on him.
Oh my god, yes,
Weird enough,
that's exactly what we need.
weird enough because he is a kobold, quite small. I mean, nobody really knows how he even hit it.
I
Okay, so
know.
I wouldn't know. Okay, so this would be one of the kobolds I've actually talked to, then at least.
Yes.
Okay, boom, boom, Mikey. Here we go. What? How many? Let me guess. We need some makeshift bombs.
Yes. My plan involves Boom Boom making several devices, spreading them around the prison, and sending a chain of explosive around most of the cells. And once the majority of the cells get busted open, me and the rest of the crew will break down the rest of them.
I will have to say this: we can't take everyone in the gang, so we have to take the most important ones.
Um, they're oh okay, yes sir, yes sir.
But to be honest, the only reason I'm adding more people is because of, damn, I suggest Michelle. Well, not Michelle. Cicada.
He nods his head and says, "All right, sir. We'll begin on that soon. Will we be trying to break out soon?"
Good. We may have to wait a few more extra days just in case they're waiting for someone to come in. But we are getting out of here.
No name.
Prison break time. Isabel, were you planning to just actually spend your time here?
Huh? What now?
Were you
I'm
actually
watching.
just going to spend your time here, or were you going to just go ahead and plan a breakout?
Well, Cicada can't really leave without his staff and amulet.
Oh, we're raiding that. Because I got some stuff I need to get from in there, too.
You hear a you hear a large siren begin to go, and you know, along with the gang
Ah,
members, that
great.
that's the lights out siren. Well, almost time for lights out. So everyone needs to get back
I'll
into
see.
cells.
Well, my character's going to say, I'll see you guys later. He's going to grab Cicada's hand and just runs back to the cell.
And the other members of the gangs also break for their cells.
The
Once
freaking
you
officers on watch, just like we love watching our prisoners do unnecessary cardio.
you see,
No, I grabbed your arm because I believe my cell is like near the entrance of the entire prison of the entire cell hold. That's why I'm dragging you with me.
on the way on the way to your cell, you see one of the larger inmates, a large golem, carrying a little book with a small pair of glasses on, walking back to his cell.
Why do I like the image of that?
Wonder what that reminds me
Hey,
of.
Rocky!
Wait a minute.
Hey, Rocky!
His name's not Rocky. He doesn't have a name. He
That's what I
mostly
call.
goes nameless.
That's what I call him.
Ah, yes, Rocky. That's right. He gives you a small
I
wave
my character is
before
only going to say
he gives you a small wave before
if my
going back in
character.
his cell that could hold a Tarask. But it's one of those cells that could hold a
God,
Tarask, but it would be like super snug.
oh my god. But I only call people by what I call them, not what the rest of the prison calls them.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the image of a big, bulky Goliath with tiny glasses reading a book.
No, Golem.
Oh, a golem, that's even better.
Once we get to the cell, I'm sorry I'm gonna do this show, but I have to now. My character is literally just gonna push you in front of him and drop kick you into the into the cell before jumping in behind you.
I mean, he's not gonna retaliate. Most he's gonna do is make sure you don't fall.
So yeah, we're now in our prison cell. Where's the bar?
You
My
actually
character is gonna look.
go on.
Um, he is gonna see if the bartender's also there as well.
Yes, the bartender is there. As you can see her, looks like she's crafting something, although she's huddled in a corner, so it's difficult to see what it is.
Mm, mm,
Is you also see
what?
you actually see the another your other inmate there, Skull Cruncher.
Big Man Willie.
Oh, hello there. Did everything go well?
Yep,
Perfect.
we had a little fight with they elf and dwarf, but other than that, everything's going well.
Great. Oh, by the way,
We
uh,
will have to talk to Boom Boom Mike though.
Boom Boom Mikey, that guy. Oh, there is one other thing
I
though.
don't get why you hate him.
Oh, oh, right. Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, don't you remember? He almost blew up the time he almost blew up half of the freaking jail. I was on that other half.
You mean- oh, that would make sense of the random scorch mark on your neck.
Yes.
I only heard rumors of it because I was in here during the time because I think this was the first or second week I was here.
Oh, and one other thing. Well, while I was checking the new papers of the new ones, something there was this one group, two new ones, a kobold and a little girl. They
Which
refused to
enemy
give
did
me
you
them,
spot?
and I'm 100% sure that they had gotten theirs. I'm afraid
And
I'm
I'm
afraid
gonna
that
say this
he
right now.
may
Cicada
be a you
immediately
know what.
perked up hearing that. Cicada was about to go check on on the blacksmith before stopping in his tracks and turning around sharply.
You wouldn't be able to go do that because you're in the cell door closed, I believe, right after we went into our cell.
Yes, it did.
So
He
yeah,
wasn't
you
even
wouldn't
gonna
be able to
check
go
on them.
anywhere.
He's gonna immediately go up to the man and be like, "Where did you find them?"
Yeah, I have to meet these new people as well.
They were in the short wing sector of the prison, but I mean, but
Of
I
course.
but I'm pretty sure I gotta come with you. The, like I was saying, that Colby
Why?
refused to give his papers, and I'm sure he got them. He may be a you know what.
What kind of
He
kobold?
just stares at you confused.
Oh crap! So you know how some people here are for bad crimes that we do not let you see.
Yes, but I have.
You talking about the fact that I have assault with a deadly weapon and I refused to show you at the first because I was scared to.
No. Uh,
I am
you know
asking
the
you.
people that we shank and kill most often.
Yes, I know, I know. Now tell me, what did this kobold look like? What did the child look like?
The little girl was small, looked scared, long hair. A cobalt, I don't know, cobalt. Can't really describe a cobalt other than a cobalt. Small, reptilian-like.
Wow, very helpful.
I'm sorry. There ain't
Hmm.
much description there. It was a little girl and a cobalt. You can't really get much description out of that.
Eye colors.
Uh,
Scale color.
the
Scale
scale
color.
the scale
Whatever.
color was grayish. The little girl had a yellowish eyes, I think.
Those are mine. And he goes back
Oh,
up to.
those are the people you were looking for. Those are the people you were looking for? Question mark.
Yes, people from
Oh
my
well,
group.
perfect. Don't worry, Big Man Willie. I'll go meet up with them and take them with me as he gestures to Cicada.
Oh, she done dust herself
As
for a black
as
Then he's gonna.
lights begin to go out,
down the hole with
both
no name.
Skullcracker and the bartender just slip into their bed and go to sleep.
Oh, my character's gonna go just sleep on the top bunk of whatever.
He couldn't stay awake. He can't sleep.
I can't for sure. I've been here for 2 months.
Honk you.
I
Honk
know that
you.
I know that he's gonna gain a second level of exhaustion from this, but he doesn't care.
Do I have to knock you out?
Probably, but they're gonna need to make a constitution save anyway. It's what is the rules for it. Gotta
Yeah, I'm
be a
gonna knock them out. So I guess I would like to knock out Cicada before we go to sleep. Well,
Uh,
before I go to sleep.
sure, but there's a good difference between a strength and a dex one. So which one would you like to do?
Definitely the Dex one.
All right then, please roll me a dex. Please roll me a dexterity check and a roll to hit.
Okay, so dexterity check for my dexterity. That is a 13.
I
And for my unarmed strike, there's a 19 hit.
19 does hit.
you do hit her in a
Him,
very specific nerve on her body, which
him,
uh,
does knock her out cold.
him.
Yeah,
him.
sorry.
Him.
Yes, yes.
My God,
That's sorry.
this is the
Sorry.
second character I've been playing as a male.
I thought. Okay, okay,
Even
okay.
I knew it was Bill.
I'm even talking in a lower Russian voice.
You'd be surprised on
Anyways,
how
continue,
many deep
Gargak.
Russian voiced women I've heard.
And I'm probably cut out again.
Okay. How?
I'm going as deep as I humanly can right now.
All right, all right. You successfully knock him out as he slips into unconsciousness.
As Belras also slips into disconnected. Am reconnected.
He's knocked out now.
At least I knocked out his nose so he doesn't get another point of exhaustion.
Well, that does also mean he loses that other point of exhaustion, so that's fun.
Even better.
Even better, he had sleep finally.
You're welcome.
As morning rises, everything looks fine. Everyone slowly wakes up in your cells as you would expect. Anything?
Except now I'm on the floor.
Yes.
You wouldn't be on the floor. You wouldn't be on the floor.
Actually, yeah, what I'm a tabaxi. I move in my sleep. I fell off the bed and landed and slept the rest of the night on the floor.
Do you not think Cicada would have woken up?
It's very floofy, okay?
Still, body, plop on floor from top bunk, make noise. Noise wake up light sleeper. Light sleeper wake up. Grab the one that fell. You are now in the bed of Cicada.
Oh my god.
All
But
right then.
Cicada
Oh
is not in the bed. Cicada is on the floor.
god.
Okay. As all right, the morning is about as usual as it gets. Cell,
Mm.
there's a cell. There's a cell check. Everything's clean as the guard simply moves on from y'all cell.
Ah, yes, they didn't check my clothes.
Dang it, now I want to watch that Orange is the New Black show.
No, my character is just as all the guards are gone, he's gonna just pull out the shank. He's like, ah, yes, no more checking clothes.
Nah, nah. They don't do that after more. After the last one nearly bit the guy's finger off.
I don't think they'd want to deal with Cicada if they did that kind of
No,
shit.
no, that's not the only reason. Last time they found something on me, I ended up stabbing one of the guards in the leg and going to solitary. Gargax,
Yeah.
hello.
Yes.
Oh, just making sure.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes. Yes. The reason they search you is because the last time they did, you stabbed them in the leg and you end up going to solitary confinement.
Solitary confinement doesn't sound too bad at this point.
Well, my character does not like to be touched. He has a reason. He just does not like to be touched. He will murder anyone who touches him, even if it means he actually does have to commit arson.
All right. As let's see then. After a couple more hours, the cell opens for lunch.
I immediately grab Cicada's hand and goes to the cell area where we heard those two new people were that I didn't get to meet.
As as both of y'all as y'all actually head over there, Skullcracker actually heads with y'all too.
Mm,
He'll
I wanted him. I wanted him to go see Boom Boom Mikey for me.
okay, then he does.
Thank you.
He,
Because I probably won't have enough time to go see him today because I'm going to go visit these two new people with Cicada.
right. Okay, y'all both. All right, as y'all both get closer to the cell finally opens. Once you in there, you see a dwarf, a halfling, a kobold sleeping, and a little girl cuddled right next to the kobold. And yes, you recognize them.
I'm going to immediately say hello
Maki Maki?
because I want to scare I want not the kobold, the dwarf and the halfling to leave the room.
Both of them do.
Good.
Mhm.
I'm going to poke the kobold. Poke, poke,
Maki
poke.
Maki, awaken.
Cricket.
Do you wake up after a minute of poking, or do I
Yeah.
need to go poking fast? Okay.
Did you know you can buy a Costco card for your dog?
A taco.
You can
Why
buy a
would
Costco
I
card
have
for your dog.
my dog?
Your dog can go to Costco.
Um. My character's gonna say hello.
Uh, Who are you?
I'm the mob boss of this prison.
Oh, you must have a plan to get out then.
Shh.
Well, I also got my own. It
He's a
involves tacos.
No, he just does the like shush motion and then points at Cicada.
Don't act like I don't know. I could hear you.
No, 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 no. I don't want the guards to know.
Then why you point at me?
I pointed at you so he'll know you're here.
Where's the gnome and the dwarf?
They're gone.
Why?
They do not want to
Um.
deal with this one.
as Cicada says that, he just pulls out a shank.
Even though I do have the anti magic collar on, I just look at them and flick finger at them with a small, inchy burst of fire from the finger. So what?
He just stares at you, just like, what was that supposed to be?
Something I can.
I don't know, flick you a little bit.
Just get up.
Cicada, do you trust this child?
I trust every
I
child.
know the
Fine.
Plus,
If
this one has
Cicada thinks
characters I actually quite enjoy.
okay, okay. Hey, hey, kiddo.
I
Just
control. I I control almost everyone in this prison.
not me. You don't
Belras,
have my.
Yes.
at that exact moment, you also noticed the little girl hiding behind Maki Maki.
Uh,
He just stares at the girl, just like, how they put another fucking kid here.
The little girl
Before you
slowly
like,
nods.
and they, you hear him just, I am not dealing with this.
Hold on. The,
And then he walks out the room for like the nearby guard. My character just walks out the room and looks for a nearby guard.
You you do see one of the orc guards standing by his station.
Hello?
you see one go. You see a guard.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You see a guard.
I just grab the guard by his uniform and drag him back to the cell.
Question: How exactly do you do that? Because I mean, he's a guard. He's pretty big.
Well, my character's not that strong either, so he's like tugging on it, trying to walk with him, but his feet are like sliding across the ground as he's trying to.
He actually does come with you.
Once he gets back to the cell, he just points at the girl and says, "Explain."
Well, well, it, she, well, it's, I was told that she was a plushermancer. We have no proof of this, but the captain really does not want any plushermancers simply running around. So we are keeping her here.
You're talking about the same charges you tried to pit on me with the murder.
Uh,
I did not kill anyone.
no,
And the arson. You can't forget about the arson.
right, yes, the arson that you set. Yes, I remember.
I didn't set that fire.
Yes, and I'm a half orc. Very convincing.
I'm actually telling the truth. I actually do not set that fire. Hold up. Yeah. Ow. Ow.
Yes, it's always I'm innocent, yada yada yada. I didn't do it, yada yada yada. I was framed. You know how many times I've heard of that?
Crazy dog, you barging in my dang room. Where's my headphones?
But
I'm
anyways,
back.
I don't have. Anyways, I don't have time for this. The lunch rush is about to start. Speaking of which, shouldn't all of y'all be at lunch by now?
No.
And why not?
Because screw your food. That's why.
Touche.
Anyway, as the guard leaves, he's gonna look back at them. Can I see your papers?
Hold on. You look at who?
Okay. Um, the kobold and the little girl.
Okay. Okay, Maki Maki. The little girl is still behind Maki Maki, and Maki Maki, what's your answer?
He's muted. Bro's muted if he doesn't know.
Uh, Maki Maki, you're muted.
He was there.
All right, you. Okay, I'm just gonna say he does.
Sausage.
I'm just gonna say he does, and it has assault against a officer of the law, along with trespassing and a couple of suspicions of something or another about something about terrorism or this or that.
Oh my god! Terrorism?
Suspected terrorism.
Ew! Why is he suspected for terrorism.
They broke out of jail a while back, and since they came here, they figured they were going to do the same thing. And since they're not affiliated with any other nation and not affiliated with the same thing, it would have been considered terrorism at that point. And so since they have no real thought if they were going to do it or not, they just put it under suspected terrorism.
What about the girl?
Yeah. She's under. Yeah, she's under with the ability of pleasure without informing any political figure or local government. Plushermancies are most commonly used in entertainment, although each one must be at least monitored by the government, since in previous times plushermancies have been used very effectively in robberies.
My character just stares at this, just like they put me in here for arson, and they put you in here for just luxury magic.
The little girl turns her head and says, "Who, who is Arson?"
You don't know what arson is?
She shakes her head.
Didn't expect to be teaching a girl what arson is today.
She's
Arson is where you set a building owned by the government or some other people on fire. Which I did not do. That building was on fire when I got there.
Oh, I see. The little girl, the little girl, you can clearly see as quite literally like a sunshine child, but you do actually something does not feel right though. But you can't really put your finger on it.
I'm a child. Of course, I can't put my finger on it.
Because you're short.
No, because I shouldn't even know what arson is. That's why.
My leg. My
The
back.
main accounts why I'm here is multiple counts of assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh,
To be honest, the guards don't care if you tell them you stab someone in the kneecaps in self-defense. They do not care.
as eventually, eventually you see Skull Crunch come back, and Maki Maki, you do recognize Skull Crunch as the man that you yes, talked to yesterday.
Still muted.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying that just in case if he was listening.
Mm. My character's gonna say, "Big Man Willie, it's it's just suspected terrorism."
I'm sorry. Can you please repeat that? Because I thought you just said suspected terrorism.
That's right.
She looks around the room. Which one?
Um, this one as he points to the kobold, and the little girl was suspected of pup- puppetry without a license. I'm guessing.
Oh, oh yes. Yes. It's I believe it's pronounced plush romancy, and I believe it's more informing somebody that you are here and there, so they know you're not doing anything illegal.
Mm. By the way, you're not allowed to hurt them.
Hmm. He nods his head. By the way, I did talk. to old Kaboom. And he has a
Oh, boom, boom, nice. What did he? How many bombs is he willing to give us?
he's willing to do quite a few. I mean like a crazy amount. As long as he does one thing for us. Sorry, I'm talking.
What?
Yes, barbecue or some ribs. Yes, ribs, please. No, no barbecue sauce.
Rib? What?
Okay, dokie. Thank you. All right, thank you. Anything that
Did I get that right?
choice. Okay, let me think.
Oh, I don't think I just heard you
Okay,
right. Did
okay.
you just
Sorry,
say
I'm
ribs
currently
without
right in the middle of
barbecue
my
sauce?
game. Right. All right. I'm sorry. I love you. Bye. All
Did
right,
you
I'm
just
back.
say
Sorry.
ribs without bar? Did you just say ribs without barbecue sauce?
Yes.
Why?
I do not like the taste or the consistency of barbecue sauce. Okay.
There. By the way, I think his shell's also gone
All right.
right now.
All right. Well,
Might be best to
thankfully
take a
today's
break for
session is
now.
just about to end.
Oh,
Anyway, is that all right? Or would you like to go some more?
might as well stop here because they're gone.
All right. Well, all right. All right. All right. He says that they are willing to provide quite a bit of, as long as he provide one thing in return. Which,
And that is.
yep, and that ends right there.
There we go.
And that ends that ends this week's session of D&D,
Please
and I
like,
hope
subscribe.
everyone has a fantastic day, night, whatever it is, and I will see everyone next week.